everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back and doing a best of one Forgotten Realms draft. Pretty easy Skullport Merchant here. Rare Circle of Dreams Druid, which is oddly color intensive. Ingenious Smith is good. Grim Wanderer playable, though I never really play it. It is a Black Goblin though. Pretty rare in this format. Maybe the only one. Dawnbringer Cleric, good. Dungeoneer playable. Dispute, Pegasus, Bard, Ranger, Singer. A lot of playables in here, but easy Merchant. One of the best cards in the format. All right, follow-up pick. In black, we have Thieves' Tools. Best card, maybe Trickster for like a build around. We could take the Fireball because Merchant's at its best in a Steel and Sack deck. That is true. Plus, Steel and Sack is probably the best deck in the format. That's also true. This is a removal spell. It deals damage to your opponent. Good when you're doing a beatdown plan. All right. I sold myself on it. We'll take it. All right. Pick three. Well, choices. Well, Shambling Gas is good with Merchant because it turns into double sack. You can either kill a neg one, an X1, or make a treasure and sack that and draw a card too. So I'm kind of feeling the Shambling Ghast. Another Fireball would be fine too, but I'm cool with Ghast. It's a good card. There's also a Manticore in here. Minion of the Mighty, not so good. Wasted slot for a rare, in my opinion. But that's fine. Let's take the Ghast. All right, what is the pick here? So we've got white cards being the best, probably, and then just a Thieves' Tools, which we don't really need. Oh, Price of Loyalty. Who am I kidding? Price of Loyalty. We're Steel and Sack, baby. Yeah, this is how we do it. Okay, Zombie Ogre is good, actually, when you're sacking stuff. Or we take the Horde Robber, which is also good with the Merchant, and can ramp us. Well, usually 2-drop over 5-drop is advisable. So I'm okay with that. I actually like Zombie Ogre, though. I think it's a good card. It's a good card for the Steal and Sack deck, too, because you're stealing and sacking things. So things will die. 3/5 Body is also quite good. Zombie Ogre is a good card. I think I might just take the Robber anyway, though, because it also is good. It's cheaper. I don't know. I could go either way on that. Fangblade seems like the right pick here over another Fireball, Dwarf, and critical hit. Fangblade is very good. Love that Death Touch. Okay, here I'm pretty tempted to take either Evolving Wilds or Temple of the Dragon Queen. Which one do I like more? Maybe Temple. They both enter tapped. This thins the deck. This technically could be untapped with the dragon. Could take another Horde Robber, but there's a decent chance we end up 16 lander. It's also a Boots of Speed in here, which is fine. Would be fine. But yeah, I'll take this. It 100% makes the deck. And I kind of like it. Ooh, Jaded Sellsword. I guess so. We'll take it. It's a dragon for Temple of Dragon Queen. And we have treasure generation, so who knows? Maybe it'll be good in here. Deadly Dispute, that's what we're looking for. Pick 9, too. Very nice. Good thing to wheel. Good card in general. We'll take it. All right, here, I probably take the Dueling Rapier. It's good with the Horde Robber, the Ghast. I guess it's fine with the Merchant, too. But otherwise, could take the Thieves' Tools is more for, like, blue-black, I would say, but I like Rapier in this deck. I think this is where it really shines. It's great with like Javelineer and Dungeon Crawlers and all the just cheap 1- and 2-drop creatures. Just gives you something to do with mana later in the game as well. All right, well, pick 11 Fireball seems good. Feels like our colors are mostly open. I'll take the weakest, which might be the Shortcut Seeker. Those are all good cards. Take a Mimic, we're not going to play. So we have 2 sack outlets and 1 Price of Loyalty already. That's a pretty good start. Last pick on color is good. So Swarming Ogre, or Goblins rather, is what immediately came to mind, just because it wears Rapiers, but well, it's great with Merchant. Good card in general. Bunch of bodies. Clutter the board. Nothing else really here for us. I guess Hoarding Ogre would be great with Merchant as well, but I think the Goblins is actually a better card. It's not a card I initially gave a lot of weight to, but turned out to be really good, so All right, now easy magic missile over Manticore, Spawn, and Fangblade, all of which would be just fine for the deck as well. I think we're going to wheel something we want out of there, probably. All right, here, I think I actually take the Tribe Hunter. It's a sack outlet in red. We already have 1 Price of Loyalty and 2 sack outlets, but there's still a chance we find more Price of Loyalties, and this might be the actual best sack outlet for Price of Loyalty because you steal it and then throw their creature at another creature, basically killing their biggest 2 creatures, which is really good. Yeah, Ogre or Swarming Goblins number 2 would also be very good there, but yeah, I'm happy enough. Wow, I've never had 2 Skullport Merchants. We'll slam that over the Morningstar and the Bugbear and the Singer and the Robber and all that. Yeah, Merchant is so good. Such a strong card. So here, I think I'll take another Temple to Dragon Queen. I don't really need a Jaded Sellsword. Don't really want a Pit Trap. Once again, 100% makes the deck. Can fix our mana. It's fine. Wow, talk about a pack. We're actually going to take Price of Loyalty over Power Word Kill, which I know you're probably thinking, what are you, nuts? But we have 2 Skullport Merchants, Deadly Dispute, and Tiger Tribe Hunter. Like, Price of Loyalty is by far the strongest card we could get for this deck right now. Even more than Power Word Kill. Sepulchre Ghoul. Do I take it over Burning Hands? I think we need some more creatures, and we actually need more cheap creatures. I mean, Burning Hands would be great too. It's a great card, but now that we have 2 Price of Loyalties, Sepulchre Ghoul's looking real good. I mean, it's also just good for the deck in general. We need more 2-drops. We need to put pressure on early. Wow, Battlecry Goblin, pick 8? I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's pretty absurd. Great card with Swarming Goblins, too. Oh, it's Christmas. We get 20 gems for taking Sorcerer class, pick 9. Nice. Honestly, I don't think we have space for Boots of Speed because we've got this like Price of Loyalty steal plan going on. Boots of Speed wouldn't be bad, but I'm going to take Dwarf in case we need it. I don't think it's particularly good for the deck, but we do have some dice rolls, I guess. It's also just a random 1/3. Where's a Rapier? Okay. Hoarding Ogre looks real good with double Skullport Merchant. Or I could take 40 gems. I think there's a good chance Hoarding Ogre makes the deck. Valor Singer, certainly good. Pit Trap, I mean, it's playable. We probably don't need it. We're looking more for Price of Loyalties and creatures at this point. All right. Can take a Dueling Rapier. Like I said, though, we're still, well, Rapier is pretty good. Otherwise, we take what? Another Hoarding Ogre? I guess we just have 2 4-drops. Maybe I'm okay taking the Hoarding Ogre. It's a good card. Spits out treasures, which is going to be good for merchants, and just getting in there would probably wield a Rapier anyway. Zombie Ogre would be good as well, but yeah, I'll take the Hoarding Ogre. Wow, Channeler, that's great. Sepulchre Ghoul number 2 would be fine. Chandler's too good to pass. I love this card. I hope we wheel something we want out of there. I feel pretty confident we can. We can probably ditch the Jaded Sellsword now if I really want. Probably have better 4-drops, I would say. So, take Burning Hands. We have 14 creatures. Could take Burning Hands then. Get removal. Good against green decks. It kills Herd Gorger Giant for 2 mana. Then technically we have a deck. Maybe I don't have to play the Dueling Rapier here either. Like, it's a good card in general, but I don't know if we're going to need it. If we can upgrade here. We're a little bit on the expensive side, but not enough where I'm super worried about it. Another Deadly Dispute seems good. So if I play 16 lands, this would be the last card in our deck. We have quite a few 5-drops, though. I don't know if that's going to work out, but either way, I'm going to take Deadly Dispute here. Dragon's Fire, huh? Or Evolving Wilds. Probably Dragon's Fire, yeah. I think so. We'll get rid of Rapier at this point. Still could possibly do 16 lands. Our curve is not horrible, so we'll think about it. Improvised weaponry, I guess we can take that. I don't even know if we have space for it. We'll take a look. Another Tiger Tribe Hunter, huh? It's cool with me, actually. I like this card. Well, we got all the sack outlets. That's good. There's nothing really bad about this deck. Captain, too? Wow. Or I could take the Hexblade. I like the Captain more. Especially with Battlecry Goblin. We don't need any of this. I'll just take an uncommon. Wow, we got Sepulchre Ghoul. Could also take the Rust Monster. I mean, we have a good amount of treasure generation. But we probably could use some more 2-drops as well. And, you know, with double price of loyalty, all the sack outlets you can muster is pretty good. And then we don't have to run Brazen Dwarf, probably. None of these matter. Dragon, but still, even with double Temple the Dragon Queen, I'd rather do Hoarding Ogres. Well, it's a good deck. All right, let's figure this out. 16 lands or 17. So we've got, let's look at our Magic Missile, Dragon's Fire, Burning Hands, 2 Deadly Disputes, 2 Fireballs, 2 Price of Loyalties, and that's everything. 16 creatures. So we can at least cut a creature, and it might be Horde Robber. Not that Horde Robber's bad, but I think we're just doing better things than Horde Robber here. Everything else looks pretty good, so I could cut 2 of my spells. Maybe the Fireballs go. Or I could run 16 lands if I really want. And if I do that, I probably just cut as much top end as I can. Like basically cut the Fireballs. So then we're 9/9, 16 lands. And I can actually run 1 more card. So I can like bring Horde Robber back. That's not bad. Or I could bring in 1 Fireball and still have 15. Let's see here. So, yeah, I'm kind of okay with Fireball here. It's 4 5-drops, 16 land deck. We have 2 Deadly Disputes. This is a mana sink. This is kind of a mana sink and card draw. I don't know if we need 16. We could probably get away with 17 and be okay, to be honest. Because do we have other mana sinks too? I mean, this is still like, well, I was going to say this is still like 5 mana because you need either Merchant or Deadly Dispute to steal sack. But we have color intensive stuff too. I don't think we need to do 16 lands. Like we can cut Fireball. We can run an extra red, I assume, yeah. And we still have flood mitigation. We still have plenty of removal. We're still staying busy early. We have card advantage. We have card advantage, card advantage. A lot of card advantage, and we don't have to worry about getting mana screwed. I feel okay about it. Well, maybe we don't need the improvised weaponry, although the weaponry does work well with Merchant. That's true. More like kill spell plus have a sack outlet or a ramp. Yeah, I'm kind of on board with this. I like it. Looks good. All right, we'll run it like this. We'll see you around 1. All right, this is a keep. Good hand. Tiger Tribe Hunter is also just, not only is it, I would argue, the best sack outlet because it's on color with Price of Loyalty, but you don't actually have to pay the extra cost. Like you just get to throw the creature right away, which is pretty awesome. You don't have to like pay with Deadly Dispute, like Deadly Dispute or Skullport Merchant. You just toss it. It's pretty cool. All right. So I probably Burning Hands that. Main reason being I can't attack into it with Fang Blade, and I think swamps are officially the worst thing we could draw at this point in the game now. Unfortunately. There we go. That's better. So now we'll stay back because venturing is not as good as drawing. Demi Lich. Nobody expects the Demi Lich. Sure. Nice thing, the beauty of Charm Sleep is I can use Tiger Tribe Hunter to throw Tiger Tribe Hunter and kill Demi Lich, which is nice. Oh, I don't have pack tactics. I think it's too late in the day for your old pal Alex Stephenson. That's what I think. I think Alex Stephenson's brain has gradually turned more and more into mush as this format has gone on. Oh, very good. I think it's actually worth it to sack now in case we get like a 2-drop or a, yeah. Well, I've done everything in my power this game to lose, so a deserved loss. I just couldn't do more to make sure I lost this one, so let's go to the next game and do better. All right, let's keep this. Almost think well, no, well, either way I have to sack a treasure, don't I? That's true. Could play the ghoul, but I'm not going to. I'll leave up merchant. So if I sack, I take 8. I'll probably still just take 8. You get critical hit back. There's gotta be a way to kill him, right? Has to be. All right. See you for the next one. All right, that's a keep. Hmm. I have more sack outlets, so I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, maybe I wasn't supposed to sack that treasure in hindsight. Oh, I was supposed to play that Temple of the Dragon Queen too. Whoops. You'll have to forgive me, folks. My brain is just not what it used to be. Let's see here. All right. We'll see you for the next one. All right. It's a good keep. All the sack outlets, huh? Ah, well. He gets to attack too, because it gets menace. Hopefully they can't deal 15 to us. I guess red dragon would be 4, 8, 11, 13 is what I'm counting right now if they had a red dragon. That's cool. So enter tapped or untapped? I guess untapped. So they get to equip too? Well, at least it just goes to my hand. I guess that's all right. Alright, they're tapped out and we're not dead, so that's okay. Oh wait, but they do have 2 more treasures, so potentially could be pretty good for them here. We'll see. Well, it was way closer than I thought it would be. See you for the next one. All right, got a keep here. Good hand. Ah. Mm-hmm. Hmm. 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 Well, I guess I should have played the captain first, because then I could have buffed that instead of this Yanti Fangblade. What do you think about this? I think we'll attack with everything. This isn't going to work out great for me, but I get to draw a card, so it's kind of like replacing itself a little bit, which is nice. Oh, well, that's good. Ah, all right. That should be good. Yeah, that's not fair. That's simply not fair. All right. We'll see you for the next one. All right, that's a keep. Oh. Well. I think we'll do the Sepulchre Goal. Not the best use of mana. However. Oh, jeez. That's not nice. Sure. Hoarding Ogre's a good one. Let's go Swarming Goblins here. Feels like a good trade to me. Oh. Well, let's go these two little duders. Little duders here. Yeah, I would Grim Bounty the Skullport Merchant if I were my opponent. That's what I would do. Or the Fireball, whatever one it is. Or Gelatinous Cube. Yeah, I would definitely hit the Merchant. Yeah, that's absolutely the right choice, so they did well. Red for Battlecry Goblin. Well, there's definitely a way for our unbelievably overpowered deck to lose. And I think we all know what it is. Oh no. All the sack outlets. So I can steal Fangblade to... It's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. We need one of our deadly disruptions, deadly disputes. That's the name. Oh, that's too bad. Alrighty, see you for the next one. Okay, it's a keep. Mm. So it only lets you cast cards. So that's cool. All right. We'll see you for the next one. All right. Got a good keep here. Mm. Mm. It's a good one. I mean, they're gonna be able to hit our sepulcher goal. Oh, well, maybe not. Yeah, it doesn't work too well for me. Oh, just drizz it. Okay. Cool. Hmm. Trying to think how I beat Drizzt. Nothing is immediately coming to mind. I can attack, throw things at it. So I throw a Tribe Hunter at a Drizzt. I kill it. They block with an Altar Guard Ranger, kill my second Hunter. I'm left with a Sepulchre Ghoul against 2/3, 2/2, and a 4/1. Maybe that's the best I got. I guess that kind of works. Then I'm kind of left with nothing. I don't know if that's better. Wonder if I'm better off just sacking the Hunter here. I think Drizzt and Battlecry Goblin ultimately hurt this format quite a bit. Sure. They were just not well thought out, really planned pretty poorly, and ultimately I think just hurt the format. The limited environment, I should say. Constructed, I have no idea. I imagine Drizzt's probably not good enough for Constructed. Although it wouldn't surprise me if he was good enough. He's a lot in one card. But who's got time for 5 drops in Constructed? All right. We'll see for the next one. Oh yeah, there is no next one. That was it. So I ended up going 5-3. This was definitely a 7-win deck, but some pilot error and cards like Drizzt just ultimately cost it. And some variance issues, but whatever. Those happen. That's part of the game. White Dragon, Wanti, Fangblade. Which one do I like more? I guess the White Dragon. It's a little more exciting. Back one, pick one here. I mean, obviously, yeah. Battlecry Goblin. Back one, pick one here. Power word kill. It seems right. Pack one, pick one here. Morningstar, great card. Pack one, pick one here. Precipitous drop. Good removal and good color. And pack one, pick one here. The Dragon's Fire over the White Dragon. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.